Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have DBXY with 862 rating versus King Dark with 1477 ratings, so it's going to be another high rated DB video, and let's hop right in. We're going to go ahead and see DBXY win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and decide to go first. 44 versus 43. Opening hands, we have Temple, Field Spell, Wind, Pranks, and Right. Okay, pretty good for going first. Going second, they want to have a going second card. They have Ash, Imperm, called by Temple Instant Fusion. Looks like the mirror match since we see Temple Instant Fusion. They do have Ash and Imperm for going second. And called by, called by being able to hit Bow Wow is definitely a pretty good interaction. They're going to Ash the Temple, but guess what? We have Right anyways. Ha! You played yourself. Bring out the token, and then put Faithful face down. Yeah, a little accident. Go ahead, bring that out. Activate Field Spell. And then Field Spell goes Search, classic plays, normal summon, link off, go for Meow, Water, Chain Link 1, Faithful, Chain Link 2, being able to chain block, grab that, and then special summon out, gain 1,000 life points. They did forget to gain 1,000 life points, and they're not searching Griffin. Said sorry, 1 sec. Yeah. They even realized this was the play. Discard Draco back, effect to equip. Yeah, they definitely forgot to gain their 1,000 though, which is really unfortunate. We see a lot of Prank Kids players forget to gain 1,000, burn, and it ends up, sometimes it doesn't mean anything in the game. Sometimes it's the difference between winning or losing. And if you think of these matches as like these could be YCS top cut matches, like those are things you don't want to forget. Grab the Field Spell. Obviously, they're probably not taking it as serious as they would if it was a YCS top cut, but it's definitely stuff you don't want to be forgetting about. Tribute to add back, then activate Pranks, discard Wind, summon out token, discards Field Spell, summon out token. Okay. Wouldn't you discard Wind and then banish Field Spell off Roxy's? So that way you can have like more names in play. Cause like having this engraver doesn't even really matter. So burn. They gain their 1,000 there. Special summon out Roxy's. Then turn those into Bow Wow. Roxy's effect. And see, now they're banishing a Wind. They draw Imperm. Special summon out Wind. I don't even know if you summon Wind there. Because now you're not going to be able to like put a Wind back. So now on the follow-up, you're going to be playing without a Wind in rotation. Unless if you like summon from hand, which is just not that great. Draws Foolish, which can dump Temple next turn, which is not very that great. Imperm on Griffin. Then they're going to chain Griffin to stop that. Just because they want it back in deck. Keep their Brave Token engine, very solid. Activate Temple, banish, search out Right, and then activate Right. Wow, their hand's actually like pretty solid. Bring out token, bring out Faithful on Resolution. They're gonna Bow Wow, Tribute, chain called by to stop that. And then normal summon out Wind, get rid of it, go for Meow, and then Wind Chain Link 1, Faithful Chain Link 2. Go grab the equip spell, and then Wind will dump the fusion spell, special summon out Fire. Then Fateful effect, chain fusion spell in response. And it's actually coming up here because they got hit with called by 2. I do think that they played their turn a little bit wrong. Dump Water, summon out Roxy's. Can't they just like dump Field Spell there? You don't really want to be dumping bodies off of Wind. Then they're going to grab the Griffin, discard Draco back, effect to equip. Then Weather Washer, they're going to chain Griffin. So Tribute, special summon back, out the Fire and the Wind, special summon Griffin. Draco back effect, try to bounce Imperm. They're going to chain it on Griffin to negate that, which honestly they're fine with. They use Prank Kid Fusion spell, so they can't summon Nib this turn, which would be like the big problem card at this point. So they can't get hit with Nibs. So like Griffin effect is like, whatever, it's not really needed. Then they're going to activate the effects. So go ahead, search out pranks. So what are you going to do? Griffin, negate, imperm. Like, may as well just leave this up and use that as a negate next turn. Then summon out water. I need to gain 1,000 off drop. Never mind. Brain is... I don't even know what that means. But that probably means that they think that they're dumb. Water. Gain 1,000. See, context clues. The DB grinder teacher. The DB teacher. Bring out Roxy's. Get rid of those. Go for Unicorn. Instant Fusion. Yo, they're really just going for it, actually. Yeah, fair enough. Imperm Ash called by Instant Temple. Yeah, nice hand. Yep. Oh, come on. You can't be mad at King Dark. We've watched King Dark play so much. It was like one of the... Played Bird Up back in like July for a long time. Like, come on. You can't be mad at King Dark. They were literally never toxic. We watched them get sacked. Never toxic. Like, come on. You don't just... I personally, when my opponents draw an insane hand, I'm just like... In my head, I'm like, wow, that's insane. But I don't say it on DB, because, like... That just makes you look salty, and it's like, you know, just go for RIP, go for access code, effect, gain 4,000 attack. It's like the stuff off of Rocket Ride can't attack anyways, so that stuff wasn't usable for anything. So then access code effect, and they have 4 attributes, well 5 attributes if you also want to banish Meow. But they don't even need that. They can just banish 4 and pop all the monsters and then just go battle phase and go for games. So we see them OTK there through that. Then we're going to see, did they just make King Dark go for? They did. They chose to go. What? What? That's insane. You make the prank kit is, there's no way that's like, I wouldn't do that. Have I? Yeah, there's no way that's like standard or anything. No, there's no way people are like actually doing that. We have Ogre, Celestial, Nib, Griffin, and Fire. So we have Nib, Ogre, which is extremely strong, making sure that Nib will go through even through a Griffin. They have Temple, Nib, Fateful, evenly. There's no way you make them go first and they don't draw a Prank Kid. So activate Temple, and then that's gonna go search out right. I wonder if they Ogre Fateful. If they Ogre Fateful, then Talents will be able to draw and hopefully get something. So Fateful goes search. Grab. Doesn't look like they're going to be Ogreing it. Yeah, otherwise it would just Ogre the first effect. You know, stop them from getting something for free. Discard. Griffin Special. And then just pass. Question mark, was thinking, when, nothing. Yeah, it's like, there's no way you're like, oh, I wanted the Ogre Fateful after, like, you know, it's pretty obvious they didn't want to. They had the Ogre Nib and they were doing thumbs up on these. You would have stopped that. Draw. Opens, Dasher, Celestial. Ooh, that's tough. So they're going to go main phase. Griffin special summon itself out. And then normal summon Fire. Get rid of that, go for Meow, Fire effect, Chain Griffin, and then Chain Ogre to stop that. Burn for 500, special, and then get rid of those, go for Doodle, effects. So go Search, Dump, and then Summon. They can just get hit with Nib here if they do decide to drop it. And they do decide to go ahead and drop that. Pass over the token. Said where you want token, defense, middle, cool. This is the reason why a lot of people in their deck list, they play like a Link Spider plus a Link Karibo or 2 Link Spider. Because if they had like a Prank Kid card here, you know, assuming that like one of these was just a Prank Kid, they'd be able to like make Anaconda. And Anaconda through that, you know, it's pretty decent. They'd be able to set up a Battle Butter, or they could go for Enforcer if they were on it. Which, in this case, they are. Activate Pranks, End Phase, Pranks effect, put back and draw. Let's see. Can we get like a Prank Kid draw? Okay. So, setting up for next turn, they draw Ash. Setting up for next turn to stop them. Activate Fateful. So Fateful, search, discard. It's just gonna grab Temple and discard it. There's nothing else to grab. You wouldn't discard anything else. Go search right. Then switch to defense. Pass. Draws Fusion Destiny. Yo, they actually just drew Poly though. Normal summon. Link off. Go for Meow. Wind Chainlink 1. Ash Chainlink 2. Then activate Fusion Destiny. Dump 2 from hand. Summon Enforcer. Feels so bad. So switch to attack, and they go ahead and emit defeat. Thought you were slow rolling me. And then we're going to see King Dark go first for game 3. Opening hands, we have Ash, Griffin, Temple, Nib, Lightning Storm. So they have a lot of going second stuff. And then Brave Token. They have Temple, Pranks, Ash, Fire, Water. Yeah, they definitely can't feel bad with that hand. So they're going to Temple effect, go search outright. And they're just letting this go. Alright. Wonder if they're going to Ash to stop Griffin from being added or something. Fire Chainlink 1, Fateful Chainlink 2. So, Fateful, grab the Draco back, special summon out. Yeah, this is just like the safer play, so that we don't just auto lose to a right already being in hand. Then go for Doodle. Then effects of Wind and Doodle. Like, I guess this would, like, you know, lose to a Griffin already being in hand. But Right's at 3 in a deck, Griffin's at 1. So go search Fusion Spell, dump Summon Water. Then they're just letting this go through. Because otherwise, if you drop Nib here, again, people are able to just still go ahead and end on the Battle Butler, which is kind of good. It's kind of good. Especially against this hand, because Lightning Storm, it'll be summoned in defense, dodges that. Nib would have already been used. Temple doesn't do anything to it, because you have to have the token to get the bounce, and they can just wipe the token. And then Griffin is just Griffin, it's not doing anything. Doodle, Tribute to add, so I am happy that they are deciding to hold the Nib here, not just dropping it right there. I see a lot of people using their hand traps very poorly versus Prank Kid. So to see them like actually think through their plays, like let's Ash Temple in case that they have right. Let's hold Nib to play around Anaconda, you know, that's good. I mean, it's not like, you know, super complicated stuff. Oh my gosh, they draw Judgment off that. And then end of main, they're going to Nib, pass over the token, middle defense, activate the Draco back on it, bounce the Nib, and then end phase Pranks, which, I mean, they're fine with, because now they can Lightning Storm back row, which will force Judgment. Draws Water, and they draw into right, so they're really no Prank Kids, really just Brave Token. Lightning Storm back row, chain Judgment on that. Yeah, it's like they could chain Judgment, they could also just like chain Fusion Spell. They did draw the second one off of the Pranks, which was pretty nice. But then like all of this goes, like, yeah, Fateful is follow-up, Pranks is follow-up, Draco back, you know, makes it a little bit harder to out this. Activate right, special summon, and then go ahead, bring out Fateful from deck. Griffin's hand effect, chain Fusion Spell, get rid of those two, go into Weather Washer. Oh, was that even good? So special summon out, and then we'll get Water. They should also be getting Fateful to go search. I guess they can also get it on that summon, which was fine. Go grab Draco back. And then activate Draco back. Target Weather Washer. Chain Weather Washer. Chain Griffin to negate. So this does get rid of the Griffin negate. And then they wouldn't be able to beat over the token. Or the token wouldn't be able to beat over the Wind. And Ash should be able to deal with the Prank Kid top deck. Okay, I actually like how they played that through. And then they're going to special summon out, get rid of the token, go for Link Spider, turn those into an Anaconda. But if they did have a Prank Kid normal summon, they would just Ash and then go Anaconda into an Enforcer anyways. And then they would lose anyhow. Okay, so I said I like their play, but at the same time, I just don't think there was anything that they could do to this. Bring out Enforcer. Battle phase, beat over. This was summoned off of the water effect, wasn't summoned off Weather Washer, so it can be destroyed by battle. Then pop token, pass, draw evenly. Then activate Fateful. So Fateful, grab Temple, set in draw phase, question mark. Yeah. Phases don't matter that much. Discard Temple. I always do stuff in the right phase, but some people don't. Usually it's whatever. You can kind of tell. And then activate right. Special summon out token. Get rid of token. Go for a Link Spider. Normal summon Ash. So maybe they're just big hoping that the opponent doesn't enforce their effect for some reason. Like, oh, they're going to try playing around Droplet, I guess. End phase pranks. Shuffle back. Do we see a dotKuro? We don't. I was going to say dotKuro and Enforcer there. But draw Nib, Dasher, summon out Nib. And then just Enforcer coming back as game. They don't even have to do like the rest of the stuff. Because they have like Token that they can get to also through this. They have Griffin that they can get to off of this. Then they get the discard Nib off Fateful. Celestial draw. And they would draw into a Prank Kid most likely. Since they haven't seen one yet. So yeah, we're going to see that the match was about 45 minutes long. Prank Kid mirror match. A lot of people don't actually like seeing the Prank Kid mirror match. But I think it's like somewhat interesting. That was somewhat of an interesting match. We saw them win without Prank Kids there, just because use a whole bunch of good cards and then go into good card, and then that just wins. Fair. And with all that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.